longest-running financial program right here in West Michigan. Tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. to the Keeping Your Money Show, right here on 107.3 WBBL.
Registered representatives offer securities through Securities America Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Financial advisors offer advisory services through Securities America Advisors Inc. Forest Hills Financial Inc. and Securities America are separate entities.
Okay, everybody, we got lots of meals to pack and deliver.
Every year, in neighborhoods across Michigan, DTE Energy employees volunteer thousands of hours, bringing 300 charities and over 150 meals. Because we know that
West Michigan High School Coach of the Year. We'll make that announcement at the end of July. You can nominate your local coach now at WBBL.com. Log on and tell us about that special coach in your community, and he or she could be the Fence Consultants West Michigan High School Coach of the Year.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, and congratulations goes out to Oakland quarterback Derek Carr. Yesterday, he reportedly signed a 5-year, $125 million contract extension, making him, for now at least, the highest-paid player in the NFL. Also, you have to credit General Manager Reggie McKenzie for getting this deal done well before training camp. McKenzie also deserves kudos for surrounding Carr with a terrific supporting cast that not only protects him, it catches his passes and gets him the ball back on defense. For numerous geopolitical reasons, the Raiders are built to win now in Oakland, of course. They can't win without Carr, who is their best homegrown field general since the great Kenny Stabler. The biggest fans of this deal had to be teammate Khalil Mack and fellow quarterbacks Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford, and Aaron Rodgers. How much they will eventually get paid is a major part of the story, folks, so stay tuned. The perfect headline would be Derek and the Dominoes. I'm Boomer Esiason, wishing I was 25 years old.
You can't get any fresher than your own vegetable garden. Right now at the Home Depot, 1 gallon body veggies and herbs are not only as fresh as you can get, but you can get 3 of them for only $12. That's not only thinking green, that's saving green. So, pasta salad and stop and smell the rosemary. It's easy. When you fill your cart with 1 gallon body veggies and herbs, 3 for just $12. Now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Now through July 4th, Continental US only. See store for details.
Never know how. Why should you grab Valvoline full synthetic motor oil for $5.59 a quart in Napa? 2 words: road trip. To see the biggest ball of twine or a crater shaped like Abe Lincoln. Because if your ride isn't running strong, all you're gonna see is the side of the road. Valvoline synthetic oil, just $5.59 a quart. That's Napa know-how. Never know how. General States pricing and sales prices do not include applicable state local taxes or recycling fees.
West Michigan Sports Leader, 107.3 WBBL-FM, Greenville, Grand Rapids, a Cumulus station. West Michigan, to reach the Eric Zane Show, call 800-785-1073. Email eric@ericzaneshow.com, facebook.com/Eric Zane fanpage.
Okay, we are in the studio right now. In order of importance, least important first, America's funniest pallbearer, Seth is here from Dr. Grins. Not to mention Lumberjack Garrett is wearing his best free hat. Is that a Jurassic Park hat? Of course, Garrett, of course, you can see him at Dr. Grins. And the very funny Kyle Dunnigan is joining us. Hi, Kyle. How are you, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on the Zane Show.
Thank you.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yay. I'm not from Michigan, so I don't know.
No, that's all right. Well, no one knows.
Even people in Michigan don't.
You know, you're you're not alone if you said, I don't know who
You
you
don't
are.
get bothered when you walk down the street? You don't get, hey!
Yeah, it happens,
Catchphrase.
but the reason why,
You have a catchphrase?
just, yeah, stay away.
Oh, that's your
Yes.
catchphrase. That's ironic. It's hard for
Yeah. So Kyle is appearing at Dr. Grint's for 2 shows tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did a show last night.
Yes, I
Yes, you're in early.
Yeah.
Is that a problem? Getting up?
It's a huge problem.
I bet.
I feel bad for you that you get tired of me. It's probably, but this is 4 a.m. for me.
Yeah, I know. And when Seth brought it up, he said, pardon the pun, Seth, that he's going to be bringing comedians in. I was like, well, what time? He goes, I'm on 7. I go, dude, I don't want to do that to those guys. That's a pain in the ass. No, they have to, right? They have to do it.
Right.
I was like, okay, if you insist.
I have to paint the bodies at 6, and I'll get there by 7.
We were doing some research, Kyle, and we saw that you, I'm not sure when it all went down, but you did the parody song, 50 Ways to Cut Your Bleep Off.
Oh, you can't say it up.
No, can't. And it's inspired by the Paul Simon song.
Can you say chub?
You can do all those things.
Okay.
Common sense, Kyle. There's no way you
early.
There's no way you can screw this up. And if you did, who was the dude that dropped the big F-bomb? Was it Sam Morrell? Sam Morrell? Yeah. Sam Morrell came in here, and he just dropped the biggest New York F-bomb I think I've ever heard. You weren't here for that, Seth. And here, I think, peed a little. My God, he came in here, and he dropped a monster one, so I dumped it. And he goes, well, I can't say that. Hey, and then that was it. But you came up with 50 ways to cut your bleep off.
Well, yeah, I mean, Richard and Christy over there at House Turn came up with, I went in one day, sort of a lunch report, Caitlin stuff.
Right. That's the part of your act.
Yeah, so chop off your chub, bub. That was one of them.
How did you come up with that?
Richard and Christy came up with that whole...
Well, I mean, like
yeah.
the Caitlyn Jenner voice. The voice?
Yeah.
Did they find you or did you find them?